Many seek the path to victory, but only one can stand glorious over all. At the old world's heart stands the Empire. Karl Franz must prove worthy of the Warhammer.
Hello and welcome to another Total War Warhammer guide. Today we're looking at the Great Cannon and Mortar. So these are two of the best artillery pieces that the Empire has to offer. Much like the Empire has schools of magic, they also have a school of engineering, and they come up with some wacky and crazy ideas, including the Great Cannon and the Mortar. These are the more normal ones. Check out the other artillery videos for some just crazy shit. So as you can see, the Great Cannon the Mortar has a minimum range there, as I'll show you on the screen. So they're not good up close. But they have a decent amount of range, and these are just fire it high and flaming balls of fire come down on your enemy. These are brilliant for not only damaging enemies and killing a few off, weaken them before they get to your line, but also morale. You know, it's not fun to be shot at by a mortar. They are anti-infantry, so they're not very good against armoured targets, smaller units. These are for sort of getting rid of a few of the sort of main bulk of their army. You know, aim it right in the middle of their army, basically, and just do as much damage. They're not the most accurate things in the world. They're not that accurate at all, in fact. So sometimes they're going to be amazing and be sort of unit of the match, and sometimes they're just going to be god-awful. So the second, and probably the most famous unit that the Empire has, is the classic Great Cannon. In the tabletop games, these were amazing. The Great Cannons work somewhat differently, and they're probably my favourite artillery of the Empire. They have armour-piercing shells, and they're good at taking down big targets. So if you've got a troll or a big unit of knights or monstrous cavalry or heroes, these are where you want to aim your cannons. But the good thing about them, because the way they work, we'll see them in the video. I'll show you them in a second. The way they fire is that they will fire, hit the ground, and then bounce and do a line of damage. So they still are very good against sort of larger units. They can still wipe out a lot, which we'll see shortly. And they also have a ridiculously good range. 450 range is really, really good. So we're going to sort of see them in action shortly, both the mortar and the cannon. Like I said, these are the less crazy ideas that the engineering school had. Let's see them in action. So our trusty skirmish battle with 2 units of men-at-arms. Poor buggers. Every battle they have to face my armies. So they're down the hill there with their heroes. So we're just going to move up now, take positions. As I said, the cannon has got a much longer range, so we're going to see that in action first. So we're just lining up, make sure they don't all destroy each other. So here's the 2 units. We've got fire at will on to make sure that as soon as they get in range. Alright, here we go. First attack. Making sure everything's targeted on that front unit, because you want to go for the front unit, because then if you overshoot it or it bounces past it, you can still hit the back unit. That's sort of the thought process behind that. So the first shot we're going to see, and it's almost a double whammy. So the mortar comes down, that's the fiery one, and the cannon fires through the unit, the enemy unit. So like ridiculous amounts of damage, and like I said, it's not just the damage you do to the troops, but morale-wise, it's hugely important. So here's some really nice animations of the actual guns firing themselves. The mortars do fire pretty quick, actually. They're both sort of pretty similar speed of fire, I think. So they are just wrecking faces at the current time. Obviously, with all artillery, they get vulnerable up close. You want to use them to soften the enemy, so they're almost breaking here. We haven't even destroyed half of one unit we've destroyed, and yet they're breaking. The first unit is gone. And we just landed another mortar on their faces. So that's basically it. Thank you very much for joining me, guys. Check out the other videos. We're doing all the units. Bye-bye.